Hello. So I just finished this book by Kimberly Drew. This is what I know about art. And here's the back cover. And the front cover is by Ashley. And I will post a link to her Instagram as well. And Kimberly, and here's her bio in the middle. Kimberly Drew is a writer, independent curator, and activist. Her career in the art world began nearly a decade ago when she founded the blog Black Contemporary Art after an internship at the Studio Museum in Harlem. Drew works across art and fashion to make both industries more accessible to young people. And then the book cover illustrator Ashley Lukashevsky, who, by the way, not only illustrated this cover but all the covers by this publisher, Pocket Change Collective. Ashley Lukashevsky is a visual artist who uses her illustrations as a tool to strengthen social movements. Her clients include Refinery 29, Washington Post, and ACLU. And yeah, her Instagram is ashlukdraws. Kimberly's Instagram is Museum Mammy. And this is a book about her journey through art and becoming an activist in the art world and using art for activism, especially for Black Lives Matter. And it's also about the importance of inclusivity and representation in the arts world, especially in the visual arts, right? And not inclusivity and representation in a white savior or charity sense, but really seeing Black people and indigenous people in this context, especially Black people, as equal human beings and neither demonizing them nor exotifying them. And there is actually one passage at the end really struck me when she talked about when she got a job at the Metropolitan Museum of Art on July 6, 2015. And she talks about entering the museum building. And this is when she was really trying to make the museum more inclusive, including being inclusive for disabled people, after seeing a lecture by Christine Sun Kim, who actually works with sound as an artist, and she's deaf, and she had sign language interpreters during her lecture. So Kimberly Drew, even as she was trying to make the museum more inclusive, she couldn't help be struck by the entrance, for example. So this is the passage that really struck me the most. But something was still missing for me. Each day I walked into the building, I would see busts of Bramante, Michelangelo, Raphael, Dürer, Rembrandt, and Velázquez carved into the building's facade by the sculptor Carl Bitter. I thought about how I may never see Carrie Mae Weems, Loa Mailou Jones, or Jacob Lawrence celebrated in the same way. I knew I was changing the mat, but I also knew in my heart that all of that effort could be better utilized at a grassroots level. At the end of my 3 years at the mat, I knew it was time to take what I'd learned elsewhere. I needed the agency to make my own decisions about who and how I wanted to be in the world. I wanted to have a voice in the art world. Only this time, I wanted it on my own terms. And this reminds me of, there's a publisher called Akashic Books, and I still have questions about why they call themselves Akashic Books, since they're neither Hindu nor Buddhist. but that's for another video. But their mission is reverse gentrification of the literary world. So this is what's happening in every industry, in every field. So there's a gentrification of the arts world, and she's working on reverse gentrification of the arts, is basically what it is. Which, by the way, is why hashtags like Black Music Changed Me and Black Artists Changed Me are so important for inclusivity and representation. And in what I've been doing in my own work, it kind of confirms what I do for the industry of spirituality and personal development, personal growth, the coaching and healing industries, as well as the writing industries, where there's, again, a gentrification of spirituality going on. And that is why I created the show Pioneering Perspectives, and why I've been, for the last few months, really promoting Black and Indigenous authors and books on my Instagram. But Pioneering Perspectives, where I interview Black, Brown, and Indigenous speakers and experts for the last 3 years, where exclusively focus on that, because there's already a bubble or echo chamber of whiteness, and we don't need more of that. There's a gentrification of spirituality. There's a gentrification of the literary world, of the arts world. It's happening in every industry, and it's time to reverse all that.